What's up, everyone? A very special episode today just because this franchise in particular is my favorite gaming franchise. Holy shit. Yeah, if I can fathom to you guys, it's gonna be hard not to put every single one of these into the S tier. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go into this with an open mind and my experiences, and I'll try to put nostalgia out of the way. You know what I mean? But I will put my experiences. This is more important to me than the previous tier list we did, which was Mario games. Do I like Mario games? Of course. But Legend of Zelda just I grew up with this. It just has a special place in my heart. So with that being said, let's get right into it, huh? So I think this is Four Swords. I don't I don't remember if this is the GBA version of it, but I did play it recently on the GameCube. I actually have a copy sitting right there. So, Four Swords. Uh, it was a good experience to have, especially in the world of Zelda. But honestly, I'm gonna have to give that a solid B. I didn't think it was the worst, but I didn't think it was the best. Goddamn. Here we go. This is my ultimate favorite Zelda game of all time. Is A Link to the Past. When I first experienced this game, my father and mother would take us, me and my sisters, to like random Red Roof Inns, I guess they were called. And what they had in every room, every time we've experienced it, was a NES that you can rent. You can rent the Super Nintendo. And so my dad got a little pissed at me. I'm sorry, Dad. But I overcharged him just to play this game over and over and over and over again. It was to me, it's a perfect game. I think it's quite an easier game to play, but nonetheless, man, I liked every premise behind this game. So it's gonna sit at an S tier for me. It's my favorite Zelda game of all time. Let's go. A Link Between Worlds. Now, I gotta fathom to you guys. I didn't really care for the 3DS games too much. I've owned several 3DSs, but this was in the same realm as A Link to the Past. It was a direct sequel to it. I'm sorry, I got to put that in C, man. There was like these towers you would go through and get like you'd have to fight through like 34th floors or some shit like that. It was a different cut on what a Zelda game was for me. But yeah, it's gonna be a C for me. Breath of the Wild, motherfucking second favorite game ever, dude. Breath of the Wild is a fucking masterpiece. It's almost more of a masterpiece than A Link to the Past, in my opinion. It was, the Switch came out, and then you had the option of getting Breath of the Wild, which I'm sure a lot of people decided to do. And this game stands the test of time, dude. I cannot fucking wait till Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. It's gonna be revolutionary. It's gonna be a life changer. Okay, are we looking at so this is the Four Swords for the GameCube. I mean that's gonna sit in the same spot, you know what I mean? I think this was a combination. This was the GBA version. The combination between A Link to the Past and Four Swords. I think the text is so small I can barely see. I think I'm going blind a little bit. All right. And here we go into Legend of Zelda's Link's Awakening DX. I preferred it was I think it was just a better edition. And I got to tell you a story about this one. When me and my parents and my siblings moved to we moved to like a rural area that had like an acre of land. My father said, if you mow this entire acre, I don't remember how old I was. I was a kid, you know what I mean? If you mow grass, I will take you. If you mow this acre of grass, I will take you to Walmart and buy you a video game, a brand new video game. And I got gifted a Game Boy Pocket for Christmas. All I saw was a golden silhouette of a game case, a sword, and a shield, and I'm like, I'm gonna get that. So honestly, this is an A tier for me. And like I said, I'm trying to put nostalgia aside here a little bit. But I thought this game was a good game. It had its fair share of dungeons and puzzles and shit. And for me personally, I hate puzzles, but when it's set in this kind of setting, it makes me interested. So the puzzles in this game kind of had more of an awakening for me what my interests were in video games alone. You know what I mean? I think the first game I ever played, well, I got an NES, so I guess it was Super Mario Brothers, the original for NES. All right, going into Majora's Mask. I gotta say this game, it was a little bit more difficult than a lot of other Zelda games. I did like the reason why I was more attracted or gravitated to this game was because it had a darker sense to it. You know what I mean? Is it my favorite? Do I really care for this game? I care about its lore. You know what I mean? It has a definite impress on the whole series of Legend of Zelda. But I personally, dude, I'm gonna put that at a B. Man, that's a hot take too. All right, original A Legend of Zelda, 1986. It was the first of its kind. Um, and then it also inspired that animated Legend of Zelda in the late 80s, early 90s, I think. Um, I do enjoy playing this game. I think I'm gonna put it in the A tier. I think it's worthy of an A tier. Ocarina of Time, another hot take, man. Yeah, this had its impress in the Legend of Zelda lore, but the N64 games just they didn't really do it for me. But I do enjoy playing this game, just because uh, it introduced a lot more weapons and shit like that. I'm gonna put it in the A. I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Okay. Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. I can't quite recollect what you play first. Now, mind you, there's a different timeline for every game that has come out. We got you know, A Link Between Worlds, which is a direct like I said before, it's a direct sequel to the Link to the Past. But there's the hero that wins, there's the hero that loses, and then there's a third installment of what happens. Breath of the Wild is ultimately the last game, and Skyward Sword is the first game. So these two were sister games. You know what I mean? I don't have to explain that to you. Honestly, both of them are gonna go into B tier for me. I like them. They were the same artwork that Link's Awakening had, but I don't know. It was a little bit more difficult, and I don't know if I struggled in these games as much, but uh, being a young kid and trying to tie this whole thing together, I thought they were playable, but I thought they were just subpar at best. Phantom Hourglass, I didn't play it, so I'm not going to judge that. Skyward Sword. Now, here's the difficulty about this. When it came out for the Wii, I thought it was the worst Zelda game in the world. I hated the functionality behind it. Now, you guys know it's even on my channel. I've replayed this. I streamed this game on the Switch, and I actually enjoyed it more. I think it's a solid B, man. It's a solid B for me. Spirit Tracks, I did not play. What's this one? I don't think I played that one either. What does that fucking say? I can't read the text. Dude, and also I gotta say we're kind of missing something here. A very key important game. Let's just break it down. Link's The Adventure of Link. I didn't beat it. I couldn't beat it. It was the hard. This is the hardest Zelda game, in my opinion. It was a side scroller adventure. I'm gonna give it a C. I did like the premise behind it, and I think if this game didn't exist, I don't think we would have the current Legend of Zelda. Like I don't think Breath of the Wild would be anything like it is. Twilight Princess, damn. Uh, I really did like this game. I really liked it a lot. That's gotta be an A for me, man. That's gotta be an A because the reason is you're not just playing as Link. You're playing as a different entity altogether. You know what I mean? Uh, so what we're gonna do is pretend this is Wind Waker. Wind Waker is an S tier. Okay, I don't know what that says right there. Something day. I can't tell. We're gonna pretend this is Wind Waker. Wind Waker is an S tier, 100%. Dude, if it wasn't for this game, I kind of got out of touch with Legend of Zelda for a little bit, for quite a bit of years. And then this game came out, and I honestly didn't play it right away. But then I got it for the GameCube, and I don't know, man. It was an eye opener. It was just a whole nother world, you know what I mean? Just because of the art style and things like that, and the way you can play the game. Not only that, I'm a big fan of like beautiful textures, beautiful like the water, you know what I mean? You spend a lot of time on the water, on the sea, and I thought the way they animated and created this game, it was beautiful. Now at the same time, you go to dungeon. You know, I think it was like what the third or second dungeon. Um, it had a dark sense to it, so it brought you light and it also brought you darkness at the same time. Now there's three games missing from this as well, and they're all gonna be D tier. And if you know what I'm talking about, it's all the CDI games. They were I'm a big fan of the Game Grumps, and I think that Aaron Hansen quit out on Wand of Gamelon or something like that. So someone as open minded like that guy is gonna quit a Zelda game. That's saying something. That's fucking saying something. But okay, well, I mean, goddamn, I wish this video was longer, but all it's short lived. I mean, I think there's more Mario games out than Zelda games, clearly, but the Zelda games were they just had attention to detail and it was a little bit more quality. I mean, and that's a hot take too, but I thought there was more quality in the Zelda universe than there was in the Mario universe. But yeah, okay, that's what I got to say about it. Thanks for watching, guys. I love your support, man. I'm getting views like crazy, and I know that doesn't matter. You gotta hit that certain aspect and follow along the algorithm, but the amount of views I'm getting, that just means people are paying attention and like my content. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you so much, and bye bye.